Kingfisher people, I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV. It's Tuesday the 3rd, is it the 3rd today?
Yep.
Tuesday the 3rd of March. And as you can see, I'm not driving. I've got Soz at the side of me. He's picked me up this morning. See, he can be nice now and again. Never smiles. Horrible most of the time, but you know, he's been a good lad today, bless him. Today, match day, we are fishing at Woodhouse Grange, aka Millionaire Mix, on the Kingfisher Pond. We haven't fished that for a while. Can be a bit peggy, so not sure where the fish are going to come from today. I know in winter it can be the top end in the teens, but having said that, it can also come from middle of the pond. Who knows, it's winter, they could be anywhere. Alison's assured me it's been fishing okay, 50, 60, 70 pounds over the last few matches. They have been catching on corn. Probably shouldn't have said that though, because he loves corn, absolutely loves corn. I've asked him what he's going to do today, and he's watch this. What are you doing today then, Soz? What's your tactics?
I'll have to have a think when I get there.
There you go. That's as much as I'll ever get out of him. You're lucky. So, corn's definitely going to be a bait today, I think. You're not allowed to use bread and meat. Maggots can be okay, but there are a lot of gudgeon and bits in there. Soft pellets maybe for skimmers, I don't know, it depends whether the carp are having it or not. So we're only 5 minutes away. Going to get his brecco. Oh, we need to peg it out first. Get Alison to make us a lovely breakfast. I've not booked Soz a breakfast in. He's moaning like hell because he's missed his sign this morning picking me up, as usual. So we'll see you at the draw in about 5 minutes time. And I'll see if I can get one more word out of Soz. So come on, Soz, tell these lovely people what you're going to be doing today.
Catch as many as I can.
Tactics?
Long pole, corn and soft pellet.
I'm shocked. I think I need to pick my son up. I can't believe he's actually told you. It's the first time he's ever told me anything. He'll probably do the complete opposite.
I'm going to tell you what I think. But what I'm going to do is a different tale.
There you go. Which is about right. So we shall see. And there's one thing I know that he loves more than anything, and that's beating me. But we shall see today.
I must break you.
So we'll see you at the draw about half an hour or so. See you soon. Can't believe you said some of this. I'm shocked.
I'll tell him what I want to fucking tell him.
GoPro, you can stop recording now. or don't. You never listen anyway.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off. GoPro, turn off.
Combination left and right to the head. Apollo saying, come on, come on, come on. And Apollo is scoring points. He's scoring points. Another left. Another left. Now he comes with the left. Gets tagged. And all in there. Luke Leland now wiping off the gloves. Hard left and the right combination. What is keeping him up, Bill? I don't know. Can't even get his gloves up to protect
Soz, what are you doing?
Belly should be hard going.
Soz is actually getting some advice off some locals.
Corn, yes. Micros and corn. Hell. Oh.
Did you see that? Did you see him? On the quiet.
9. Apollo can't believe it.
So, and Soz has gone really quiet. I can't give him too much stick because he might not give me a lift back home. Tony's got 9, Peg 11, bottom end, so lads reckon it's not fishing too well, but we shall see. See so. Right, here we are, all ready, fishing, late as usual. Oh, alright, carry on. Oh, just 2 secs. I've just got a little robin to feed. There we go. Right, I'm 2 boxes of hook lengths missing. Packed them this morning, loaded it up to Soz's van, taken all my gear apart, 2 boxes missing. And I've prepped a load of hooks as well for the goldenrod this weekend, and I cannot find any of them. So God knows where they've gone. They've got to be somewhere because we haven't been anywhere, unless I've dropped them at home or something. I don't know. But anyway, I've still got enough gear to make do today. So plan of attack. I found quite how many sections out? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and my top kit out. It goes a little bit deeper by about 3 or 4 inch. I think I'm going to target that area. Oh, strange little bite. More than welcome. So I'm going to target the. I've just put a few micros and corn and soft pellets there. I have heard they have been catching on corn. Maggot Man's in. Tony's had one at the side of me. Leon's had one. And I've also put a margin rig up to the right hand side. I have had experience in this area before, but in summer. That's an F1. There we go, not a bad start. Oh, the hook's come out itself. How good is that? So we'll just get that out. First fish of the day. And what I've done there, that's the, again, little lively F1. He's not going to stay still, it feels like he's, what's the life? So a little F1 there. I got that on pellets and a double banded dead red, because I do know there's quite a lot of F1s in here. Oh, disaster, disaster. There are a lot of F1s in here. And plenty of big carp. But last week they seemed to want the double maggot last week with the ground bait, so I put pellets with double dead red on, and that's only been in like 2 or 3 minutes, and wasn't exactly heaving the rod round, but I knew it was a bite. So I'm out there at the minute with the Jura Banjo feeder and pellets and double dead reds in a band. I'm going to target maybe skimmers and F1s and bream at 4 sections out, and I've got a margin set up. Also, I can go a little bit further without intruding on Maggot Man's peg. I have had quite a lot of success in that little bay. It's like not next peg, but next peg down. They are quite close together. I have had quite a few carp out there, again in the summer on the bomb, but my mate Turtle, he had a good day down there in the winter, so you know, I'm not sure how it's going to go today. The guys in the cafe this morning said, when I drew it, said it's not been fishing very well around here, so we can only do his best, and we'll see where we go, we'll see where we end up, and we'll see what I end up doing the most of. So I'm going to go back out there and see if we can get another F1 or a carp. So over and out. See you soon. GoPro, stop recording. No, I'll just tell you. Right then, people. How far are we in? I think we're 2 hours in. I've had an F1 and about 5 skimmers. I've just been on my short line. And they're not of any size neither. Seems to be getting skimmered out. I just want to have a quick chat with you because it looks like it might rain. So Maggot Man's he's to my right, he's had an F1 and some roach and skimmers. Soz has had a carp about £3, that's all he's had. Leon, my old mate Leon, he's had, I think he's had a couple of F1s and some bits roach and what have you. Don't think Jeff's had too much, maybe a couple of skimmers or something. I've heard though, down the grapevine like you do, Franny, who were fishing to my left last week, I know he'll probably be fishing corn and pellet. And he's bagging apparently. He's on the carp. Again, we said it, that's what can happen in winter, because in summer, it won't be just one person down there on carp. In summer, everybody will be catching carp. And I'm just getting liners here. But I did get liners early and I had a couple of skimmers off it. The F1's moved, actually, saying the F1's moved out. I did have a decent fish and a decent pull. And the little island that you can see has got brambles. And I was pretty quick onto the rod and it got stuck. I lost my Jura banjo feed. I think those brambles come out quite a bit because I wasn't late and it wasn't like firing in there. So I've come a little bit shorter, but I'm still getting liners and taps, and I think it's the skimmers. I've not put any bait in my margins yet. I won't be doing that until the last sort of hour and a half or so. I've been firing a few pieces of corn into the little bay that well, actually not in the bay. I would in summer, but not today. Just in the slightly deeper water. I have had a little go down there on the bob, but I didn't have anything. No liners, no nothing. So that's where we're at the minute. And there's a tow, quite a bit of a tow on it today. Even though the wind is blowing right to left, but the tow, it's a lot stronger than I thought. If I'd have known it was going to be that heavy, I would have probably put a slightly heavier float on. I've only got about 4.5 foot, yeah, 4.5 foot of water. I didn't think it'd tow as much as what it is. And I am getting plenty of bites on it, but they're only tiny little skimmers. You could have a shave with them, you know. Gillettes. Little blades. So I've actually just put, and I've been on that for a good 45 minutes or so. I'm just, if you can see that, I'm just getting liners there. They're not proper bites. I know a lot of people will probably strike at them, but they're just liners. So I might actually come a little bit shorter off their island, even more, because it does shallow up to that island. I would say I'm probably about a couple of feet away. I might actually come another foot or two away and just give that a go, just see if there's anything knocking about there. Up this end, the guys, the regulars, did say it's not been performing in this area. Ian's just had another, I'm not sure that it's a skimmer or an F1, I think it's a skimmer. Tony's had a couple of F1s, I think. But I've not heard anybody else bragging about bagging, so I've only heard that Fran is the one that's bagging. So I'll get back to you as soon as we get, as soon as we heave into something. So see you soon. Right, people, it's looking grim in this corner where we are. Not very good at all. I'm on my short line, my skimmer line, but all I can seem to get is 1 ounce roach. Soz has just had a skimmer. Leon, and it's only the second time he's been this year, my mate Leon, is, I think he's on to about his 6th F1. And I know he's using the Jura banjo feeder. So he's doing all right. Jeff's into another one. He's had a big one as well. I think he's had about 3 or 4 as Jeff. He's doing well. Tony's not had much at the side of me. I've only seen Bob have one decent one and the rest is just little bits. But apparently Franny is on his 2nd net. So they're definitely balled up there. I've been using soft pellet here. 4mm, 6mm. 6mm I don't seem to get many bites at all. The 4mm I get plenty of bites on the drop, but they're those little roach. Maggot, it's just, they're taking it straight away on maggot, but they are tiny. Tiny little roach. So I've gone on to corn. I have fed a few pieces of corn with my micros. I've just had a little tap, nothing really significant. I know I'd normally be striking at those, but I do think it's those roach. I've got my float dotted right down. It's only a 4x12s. 011 to an 18 hook. So I think everything's right. There just doesn't seem to be anything here. The Jura banjo feed, I got snagged in. I came closer and I still got snagged without a bite. So I think the roots or the brambles spread quite a way into the pond. So I've come a little bit even closer to get away from them, and I had no response. I had no bites whatsoever, no liners, no nothing. So I do think there's a fish hanging about there, but it's so snaggy. I'm not prepared to keep risking feeders catching on those, because I've caught them 3 times now, and I'm not even close to them. There's floats all around the island, so people have had problems there. There we go. It seems like a better fish. I think it'll be a skimmer. So that's on the corner. I had to wait quite a lot longer for a bite, but it is a better fish. Yeah, it is a skimmer. It won't be so bad catching those all day, but the bites are taking a while on the corn, but they're not too bad. I've just put some bait down on my margin line down there, and it's quite a decent depth. I've put some micros and corn down there. I know that can be a very good peg in the summer. You know, you can have £100 plus there, but it's winter. It's completely different at this end. So we are struggling up here. Well, apart from Leon's just tucked into another. He's not been in long with that one neither, so he's having a mighty day, mighty. He'll love it if he beats me today, won't he? He'll have a big grin on his face. He's come off nights as well. How dedicated is that? So that's the little update for you. Not doing very well of late, am I? At all. But the guys in the cafe did warn me. The fish have not been producing at this end. Not a lot I can do about it. You fish the peg you draw, and that's it. So we'll keep persevering. I'm putting a little marble size piece of micros down there. I don't think that'll be overfeeding it, because there's that many little roach there. I'm sure they'll take most of them up, but at least it creates a little bit of interest. That's the theory, and hopefully some better fish might turn up. So that's where we are. Like I say, it is slightly deeper, only by about 3 inches or so, 3 or 4 inches, and that's the area I'm in. I've got a big tree which is my line. I'm letting it swing in. I'll just plop. Oh, there we go. I thought that was going to be too big then. Just nice to get out. So that's what I think. He's lost it, Leon. Yeah, it looks like he's lost it. Oh, nobody likes to see that. So that's where we are at the minute. I'll give you an update later. See you soon. Right, even though it is a bit awkward on your right hand side, it's gone under again. And I've got a feeling it's another F1. But at least the float's going under, because the bites really did dry up. There's a good chance, you never know, there's a good chance better fish can turn up down there though. There we go, another little F1 on the corn. But I do need quite a few of those. There, another little beauty. Where's the mighty fish? That's what I want to know. Where's the mighty fish? Right, we'll get back in We'll see if we can snare another one. Right, we've just gone in again. Literally, just turned you off. Oh, I think I'm into another F1. Thought I'd lost it then, it just swam towards me. Yeah, I actually thought it would be bigger than that way it set off. It set off really angry. And then it just gave up. But another F1. So it seems like there's a few F1s, and what I've done, I've potted some micros and corn down there. And I'm not using a pot, I'm going to try and estimate when I think it's due another feed. Because you just don't know this time of year how much bait they really want. And Ian's just had a nice fish as well. He's just started catching. I've noticed he's moved to his left and started catching. He's had 3 and 3 puttings, and I've had 3 and 3 puttings. But to catch Leon up, so we're still behind Leon, we're still behind Jeff. I'm still behind Soz because he has got a big, quite a decent sized fish. So there we go. Let's hope that our mighty fish turn up. Oh, and I've got a lovely little robin. Keeps coming to eat some maggots, bless him. I'm sure you've all had that. Right, fisher people. I'm getting a bit giddy. It's not a big one. It's another F1, I think. This elastic, it's a 10-12 elastic. It just feels a bit heavy for F1s, but I am expecting some bigger ones to move in. I've had another one which I didn't record, but I've just literally dropped this in. I've not put any feed in just yet, any more feed should I say, and bang, straight under. It had not even settled properly. So and Soz has gone really quiet. I can't give him too much stick because he might not give me a lift back home. And I've still not found my hooks. I've run my wife and she can't see them anywhere, so God knows where my hooks have gone. I've got everything prepared for golden rod, and I can't for the life of me think where they've gone. Like disappearing magic hooks. It's unbelievable. So I hope I find them because I've done loads. We always do too many though, don't we? We always prepare too much stuff. So I just had to let you know it's from having no bites, I've had 5 fish and 5 puttings, and that's what can happen. So it must be just a ball of F1s down there. Just hope some of these big ones turn up and put a bit of weight together, because I'm not putting a lot of weight together with these. They're only about a pound and a bit, but it's better than nothing. So it's corn. I put some micros in with some corn, probably about 15 pieces of corn, with maybe half an handful of micros. I didn't squash them, I just poured them in, made a bit of noise, went in half an hour later, earlier than I normally would, but I was just getting desperate. I just couldn't get any bites anywhere else, and so far, so good. So, there we go, nice little update. So I'll get to business and see if we can catch a few more. Over and out, see you soon. Right, we're in again. It went quiet, so I refed it, and I had an immediate response. So I've put a little pot on the end of my pole, and every other putting I'm sprinkling a few micros around, and it seems to be working. I think this is my 9th or 10th out of that margin down there. Can't believe it. Have they been there all day? You just don't know, do you? But the maggot man, he's also catching. I think with all these F1s I've had, I think I've got put myself in front of Leon. Don't know about Jeff, and I don't know about Bob, and I don't know anybody else is doing. Soz is struggling. Very quiet today, Soz, very quiet. Because I should if it were him catching like I am, he'd be shouting some right abuse now. With that absolute certainty, he'd be shouting some proper abuse at me. So I'm due to put a few micros in on this put-in. And I have noticed the bites now. When I first went in, There were real positive bites. Now they're little taps. And I'm wishing I got lighter gear on, but the trouble is down there, if you end up with a lump on, I'm near reeds and everything, so I'm reluctant to change. It does feel a little bit heavy for them, but touch wood, I dare say I ain't lost one yet. So we're going to go back in and see if I can get another one. And it looks like it's going to try and rain. So, quick update, and we've got about 35-40 minutes left. Let's just hope they keep coming. I think I'm fishing for it, just trying to fish for a place if possible, but having said that, I don't know how anybody else is getting on. So we shall see. So if I hook into something decent, I should switch you back on. GoPro, stop recording. I don't know why I even try it. Oh dear. Right, 15 minutes to go. I think I've got about a dozen or so out of that corner. I've lost count a little bit. The maggot man's just slowed up a little bit, but these F1s I am getting, they are only small. And I've actually I've started putting bait in, micros in now with every put in. I seem to get a lot faster response. Not a lot, and I'm just putting them in separate, so I'm like sprinkling the micros over, and it does seem to be working. Like I say, I'm not building a great weight up, but I'm more than happy with the way it's going, because it was dire the early part of the match. Now, whether these F1s there at the beginning or what, you just don't know, do you? Because I mean, I tend not to try my margins until a little bit later on. And now the camera's on, I probably won't have a bite. But the bites are delicate. But the thing is, with me having my back shot on, when I do go into the margins, I do have my float showing a little bit more, because you do tend to get the bigger fish in your margins. But with having the back shot on, I can lower the shot and it takes it right down to the tip, so I am still seeing the little taps. And they are little taps now. When I first went in, it was firing straight under for 2 or 3 fish, then it got finicky. But I've still not had a big one turn up yet. So I'm just hoping I might get a fish while you're on, but it's typical, isn't it? If you're getting bites within like 30 seconds of me putting it in. Absolutely typical. Do you know? The only trouble with winter fishing, that you just never know when they're going to back off, disappear. I've been really chuffed with this sort of last, I think I've had about an hour down there. To catch sort of 12 or 13 fish in an hour at this time of year, I think it's okay, because it's not been on fire today at all. I don't like how that's looking. We'll just reset that. Just didn't quite look right. So come on, show these lovely people that I am actually catching fish. Right, that's better, that's settled nice. I just need it to go under. And like I say, they are. I've got it dotted right down now. I'll load the back shot. I'm just waiting for that little blink. There we go, you see, missed it. Little blink of a bite. And Leon's been catching 1 or 2. So he's been a bit of a mighty fisherman today too. Well done, Leon. Because he does rate himself as semi-skimmed, but he's not that bad. He knows how to catch fish, he just plays dumb. Oh dear. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it? Typical. You just can't write it, can you? And the GoPro won't turn off if I talk to it now. It just never does it. And when I go home, it works every single time. I've reset it and everything. As soon as I get out here, forget that. Not working for you at all. Unlucky. Oh, something just dropped off. And I've had a lovely robin coming around every 10 minutes, feeding right under my feet. The only trouble is I can't get him on camera because as soon as you move, he flies away. Right, over and out. I'll see you at the weigh-in. Right people, all weighed in. We're just on his way home. Soz has packed my gear for me. Most of my gear, I can't believe it. He don't do any work for anybody, he's got his own gillies normally, hasn't you?
Yeah.
There you go, that's enough of an answer from him. Right, tricky old day for most. And a very easy day for one. Which, as I've said before, in winter, if you're on the fish, if you're on the carp, you're going to win the match. If you're not on the carp, they're going to take some beating. As you saw today with my match, I had a short pole line which only produced a few skimmers, little roach, nuisance fish, or as Soz calls them, shitfish. I heard him say it earlier. But yeah, nuisance fish, when you hear somebody catching carp and you're catching one-ounce roach, you don't want to catch them. Persevered with it for a little bit, had a few of those. I had a few from the island, but that were far too snaggy. Soz loved it every time I lost a bit of gear. All I had were giggles and sniggers from him. Thought it was hilarious, but it ain't, is it? So I gave that up as a bad job. I did come shorter away from the snag, and I had absolutely nothing. Fed me inside line up, my margin line. Not too much, micros and corn, kept it as simple as that. I got about 3.5 foot of water. Soz would tell me on the other side he'd only got about 18-inch 2-foot at most, which is not ideal for this time of year. And as you saw, I had a bit of a flurry. I had about 13 F1s, which I was quite happy with. Plenty of bites, can't complain. Unfortunately for Soz, because he can be a mighty fisherman, he had 120 odd pound not so long ago, as you saw, giving me loads of stick as usual. The match today, Cop, what happened?
Didn't weigh in.
Oh what?
Didn't weigh in, tipped back.
He tipped back. He wasn't happy, he's not a happy cookie when he's not catching.
Don't much forgot leg.
I think it's a great peg, but you know. That's as much as you're going to get from Soz. It ain't produced up there. That top end's from halfway up to the top end. When I've weighed in, I've only seen 2 decent carp. The rest has been F1s, skimmers and little roach. So anyway, rather rattling on about our fishing, which hasn't been that good. I still enjoyed it. I caught plenty of fish in the end, so still enjoyed it. Before rattling with the results, out of the 15 people that were there, I've come 5th again, can you believe that? 5th with £17.92. I know some of you people are going to keep asking what's with these silly weights. The scales measure it in the 100th, so that's why we've got these silly weights. Just a quick mention for Leon, big mate of mine. He's fished a good match today, Duro, banjo, feeder and pole, and he's coming with, he were on a decent peg today. He classes himself as semi-skimmed, but he's coming with £17, and considering the weights today, Leon, I think you've been a bit of a mighty fisherman today, so well done, Leon. Right, results. In 4th place, with £19.92, Andy Gill, last week's winner. So well done, Andy Gill. What a mighty fisherman you are. In third place, we've got the Maggot Man. £22. I know it was fairly close between me and him, but he has caught a bit more consistent all day. So what a mighty fisherman you are, catching on your maggots. And in second place, loves his silvers and skimmers. I've mentioned it before. He must have had about 80 or 90 fish. Skimmers, few F1s, and he's coming with £22.60. Bob Huntington. What a busy day's fishing you've had. So what a mighty fisherman you are. Well done, Bob Huntington. And in first place, proof that winter fishing carp can ball up, with a magnificent £72.96, fishing at 13.5 metres on peg 2, up to the reeds, corn and hard pellet. Franny, Francis Hobson, that's the name we call him, Franny. An easy day for him, so what a mighty fisherman you are. You are this week Old Boys Fishing Club's mightiest fisherman. So I hope you've enjoyed the insights of the Kingfisher in winter at Woodhouse Grange, and we shall look forward to seeing you next week on the bank. I'm hoping to book, what did I call it?
Candy Corner.
Candy Corner. I'm going to try and get Candy Corner booked next week. Not fished there before, so it's new to quite a few of us. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you have enjoyed it and you like our videos, don't forget, press the subscribe button, it's absolutely free. Hit the notification bell and you'll get all the notifications as we upload new videos. So, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from me. We shall see you next week, and don't forget guys, fish on.
I shall be back.
He will be back. See you later guys, ta-ra.